and filter this and make myself look better. Let me know if you can hear me because I have myself on sleep so I don't get interrupted by other text messages. But maybe that works. Let me know. Can you hear me? I don't want to turn on the volume on my computer. So I need to scoot back as usual and off to the side as usual. Hi. You guys got in here early. Thank you for coming early. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. And thank you for the 4 likes that we already have. There's, as always, a delay. And then I think last time I had to actually change and go over to like my LTE instead of Wi-Fi because sometimes my Wi-Fi gets a little bit spotty, but hopefully that works. Hi. That feels redundant, right, JD, when you're like, hello, hi, Noelle. You can just call me Noelle. It's okay. Hi, Gail. Hi, Barbara. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate that too. So hopefully some more people show up. We will, as always, do a giveaway as usual. Like I usually have my giveaway boxes already like packed up and ready to go, but it's been like kind of a crazy weekend. And like some of you guys saw over on the community tab, I've been like super behind on my editing work, not like video or photo editing, my like normal like copywriting, editing, copy editing work. So I didn't get a chance to pack up those boxes. So I do think it's kind of cool though, because that means that if I do some giveaways tonight of mystery boxes, you can send me a quick email and then tell me sort of like quick like likes and dislikes. I can't promise that it's going to be like perfectly customized, you know, like everything you're going to love, but I will try to, like, if you're like me and you're like, I really don't like pink things, I won't send you pink things. Or if you're like, I really could use some more like, you know, Bath and Body products, then I'll do my best to send you a bunch of that stuff. Hey, Denise. Hey, Laura. Cool. So, and then I have some products that I wanted to share with you as well today that were sent to me. They were actually supposed to be part of a new subscription box of like bath and body products, which is really cool. But then she wound up sending me some stuff and I was like, is this your new box? Because one, it didn't come in a box and like there was no like product card or anything. So she was like, oh, I'm gonna actually, she's in law school and very busy obviously. And so she was like, well, I'm not gonna focus on the box that I asked you to review originally like a month ago. I'm gonna focus on just like the main product line. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize that you were just sending me products. So I wanted to share the product line with you guys here during this live stream so you can kind of see. Yes, I just started. And we're gonna hard stop because I do still have some more work that I have to get done tonight because we just got back from Disneyland yesterday. So if anybody wants to talk about Disneyland and Avengers Campus with me tonight, I'm happy to talk about that. And then I do need to get some stuff done because my mother-in-law is coming to visit this weekend. So I'm kind of having to like squish a lot of work weeks into like a few days. Hi, Sylvia. So like I said, that's kind of our big agenda for today, aside from being sure that we are going to end at 6 so that I can do more work. And then also I'm going to show you some products that were sent to me for review. And maybe if you guys like them and you like kind of like message her over on Instagram, you can convince her to like get the subscription box going a little bit sooner because I think it would be really fun. And then also we'll do a little giveaway. We'll see how many people are here and we'll do a couple of mystery giveaway boxes. Yes, exactly. I have to hide all of them. Actually, it's kind of funny and I'm not going to show you, but like this side of the room, like what I'm looking at is like a disaster. It's got like a stack of my boxes of like extra product. It's got my entire bookshelf, which is covered in books. It's got my desk, which is like a mess because I just like throw everything on the shelves. And then I've got like my printer and I've got like a stack of boxes that I've filmed over here and a stack of boxes that I haven't filmed, and then also a stack of boxes that like I still have to take product photos for. So I feel like I want to change the like filter. That's a little softer. That's a little better. So, and I know that these like live streams, because I have tried, like when I've missed people's live streams, I've like tried to watch them later and they're just so hard to like to follow. No, Disney doesn't have a Harry Potter part. I was talking about Avengers Campus. So they just opened the Avengers Campus in Disney California Adventure. So that's all the like Marvel stuff. Hi, Gayatri. It is Universal. Disneyland does not have Harry Potter stuff. All right, so we'll get rid of that. So, and then like I said, we'll just make sure that we end right at 6. I realized that was a tiny bit late, but I'll go ahead and share. So Disney was great. I actually just filmed a Disney unboxing recently. Today, I think. Actually, I can't even remember when I did what, but I talked a little bit more about going back to Disney because it was my first trip back to Disneyland and California Adventure since the reopening, because I didn't actually go when it was just downtown Disney open. I was like one of the many people that like waited in the online virtual queue to buy tickets and then make reservations like when it first reopened. And so on June 15th, a lot of things are changing. They're going to start letting people in at that are not California residents. And yes, we're definitely going to have to be wearing masks, I think, at Disneyland, even after the 15th, because California is supposed to be totally reopened. But, you know, I mean, even at Walt Disney World, they're still having you wear masks in indoor attractions and in restaurants. So it's only outdoors that you have to, that you can go maskless. And that's in Florida, which has been open like forever compared to Disneyland. So I feel like even as they start to reopen, especially as they start to reopen, because right now they're still at 35% capacity, they probably will have you still wearing masks for quite a while. So the lines honestly weren't that bad. It's just like what a lot of other like Disney YouTubers have been saying. It's that it looks like the lines are insane because there's no fast passes right now, obviously with lower capacity, and they're still trying to do social distancing. So the line looks long and it like queues way out into like the main parts of the park, but it actually moves pretty quickly. So I think, and we went, it was me, my husband, and my parents, and we still got on. We did park hopper passes and we still went and got on 11 rides. The longest we ever waited in line for a ride was an hour, which is honestly not that bad. Like I would still wait in lines for hours, even with fast passes, even at like full capacity. And you could definitely feel the difference. Like I never waited in line for the bathroom, which was huge. I think they're probably going to have masks at Disneyland until at least October. That's my personal guess. Again, that's just based on the fact that even Walt Disney World, which that's Florida and they're super open, they still require masks for certain things. So, but right now they because the Avengers Campus just opened on like the 3rd or the 4th, so we went on like the 4th day basically, and you still have to do the virtual queue, which we were used to because we did Rise of the Resistance before the shutdown. But now you can do the virtual queue for Rise of the Resistance, or Web Slingers, which is the only attraction that they really have open in Avengers Campus. You can do that from 7 a.m. and you don't have to be in the park. Before, for Rise of the Resistance, you actually had to be in the park to do that. So if you have a park hopper, you can only try for whatever ride is your first park, essentially. So we tried for Rise of the Resistance, even though we've been on it before, because Disneyland was our first park on our park hopper tickets. We didn't get it. It like literally sold out in 3 seconds. And I think that's just because you can do it from outside the park. Then for both of those rides, you have a second shot at 12 p.m. as long as you're in either park. So we were still in Disneyland, but we went ahead and tried for Web Slingers, which is in Disney California Adventure, and we did actually get boarding pass 112, which had like, it was basically like they give you an estimated wait time, which was about 5 hours from them. So we were supposed to get in at 5, but they wound up shutting the ride down for about an hour. It was like broken for an hour. So we were like right up against a dinner reservation that we have. But then again, you have to remember that right now the park is only open technically from 9 to 9. So you're definitely getting shorter hours. And even though we walked across the street to get into the line to get into the park at 8, we didn't actually get into the park until just after 9. So the queuing to get into the park is kind of insane right now. But I watch a lot of Disney YouTubers, so I kind of knew what to expect. But I think honestly, a lot of the like hype around the Avengers Campus actually worked in our favor, because then like Disneyland wasn't as busy. And then even parts of California Adventure weren't as busy. Like we were watching the wait times, and like at one point, like the Cars Radiator Springs ride was like 130 minutes, which I'm not going to wait in line for 2 hours and 10 minutes on a ride I've done many times before. But we like kind of hit it where it was like, it said it was a 65-minute wait, and their estimated wait times are either right on the money where it was like 65 minutes exactly, or it's actually more like 60 minutes, or they're a little bit less. Like we went on a ride where it said that it had a 20-minute wait, and we literally waited like 5 minutes. We actually like, it's just, you just have to like hit it at the right times. Like I had been watching all day, the Thunder Mountains kept saying 45 minutes, 45 minutes. And then like we happened to go when I was like, it says it's 20 minutes. Let's run over there right now. We walked onto It's a Small World, which is like never happens. So it was fine. It was just like a busy day, and it was actually great because it was kind of a cold, overcast day. Like I was honestly cold at lunchtime because we were sitting outside, of course. And so that actually made the masks fine. Like when I first thought that we were going back like in the summer and still having to wear masks, I was a little bit worried about it. But like it's just like wearing a scarf up over your face, like to kind of keep yourself warm. And I actually really liked it. Like most of the day, I was like kind of happy I was wearing a face mask because I was cold. So, yep, Mr. Toads is still there. So, and even though people were like, oh, it's, it's not at 35% capacity, the lines are super long and blah, 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 blah. It's like, you could definitely tell the difference. Like, even though a lot of the lines are taking up a lot of the space, you could definitely tell the difference. I was able to eat a lot of my favorites. I did not get churros. I didn't get to try any of the new food over at Avengers Campus because we literally were waiting to get in, because you can only get into Avengers Campus right now if you have a boarding pass for the Web Slingers ride. Otherwise, there's no way to get in. Doesn't matter if you want to shop or whatever, you have to, or the only other way to get in is you have to wait in the standby line, which is like 3 hours long. So we were lucky enough to get a boarding pass, but by the time we got in, we didn't have any time aside for the ride because our reservation was outside. Pineapple heads, pineapple bots, pine bots. So anyway, that was my Disney story. I talk a little tiny bit more about it in my next Disney unboxing that'll be coming up in the next few days. And like I said, I probably won't be doing as many Disney unboxings, just like limited edition and special boxes more so, just because my home parks are open. So now I can actually go and buy the stuff myself, and they are still doing legacy pass holder discounts, which like, I'd rather get my 10% off and go in person and enjoy it than get it in a subscription box and also have to pay the shipping. Well, no bots, but I have to eventually figure out how to like work pineapples into it. So my idea is like one day to come up with like a logo or an icon that's like a robot pineapple, like where it looks like a metallic pineapple somehow. I don't know how that's gonna happen. There's so many of you in here. That's awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the products from Spellbound, Bath and Body Works, that I was just mentioning when we were first getting on here on the live. She is planning on eventually starting a subscription box called Spellbox. Now, her main line of things is actually based on real spells. I don't know where she got them, but her main line is based on actual real spells. The spell box would be a little bit different. It would just be like, hi Leah, it would be a different surprise fragrance like every month, and you would always get like sample size products, and I think it's always going to be like a scrub, a soap, and I think a body butter, so like a heavy like body lotion, and then like maybe some other things. And the pricing that she had listed right now was just $24.95, and then like plus $8.95 in shipping. Hi Linda. So I think it would be a really fun bath and body like product, like natural body product subscription. So if you see her, it's Spellbound Bath and Body Works. They are on Instagram, and you can like give her a heads up and be like, oh, I saw the products that you sent Noelle. It would be really fun if you did Spellbox. But you can also definitely like check out her site and see what her main line collections are. So she did send me 3 products. So these are like the full size variations of like, for example, in one like product line. So it's kind of like what you would get in the sub box, but like it would be like lesser amount. And then it would be like a different surprise fragrance. Thank you. I'm excited to see the pineapple stuff. So let's go ahead and look at these products, and I just have it pulled up on my screen here so I can tell you a little bit about it. So it's kind of cute because it is, again, like real spells. So it's kind of got like a little bit of a witchy vibe to it. So this is the body butter. This is their like logo. So you guys can see, sorry about the ring light there. So that's what it looks like. It's like a lotus with like a witch, like a very like chic witch. So this is the body butter, and she sent me the coffee line, which is cool. So this is what it looks like. This is the size that we got. This is 0.4 ounces, but normally I think it would be more like a two ounces. So it says this is, oh, so this is the awakening line, which is really like the coffee line. So this normally, this tub would be like $17.95, and then again you'd be getting a smaller variation in the spell box, but it's only a $25 box. So it says this coffee body butter is a potion waiting to be cast, colored to embody traditional spell candles and ingredients chosen to not only hydrate the body but heal the soul. It says, get ready to make some magic, and says the brew, like, so that she always tells you the like the ingredients in it. Hi Barbara, is a unique blend of cocoa butter, shea butter, coconut oil, rosehip oil, jojoba oil, essential oils, beeswax, arrowroot, vitamin E, and tamanu oil, and mica. So that's what's in this one. Then there's also, and she did include some like wooden spoons, so that would probably be in the subscription box too. Then here is our second tub. This is the scrub of awakening, because again, all of the coffee stuff is in the awakening line. And you can see, I think there's like, you know, different like feelings to go with the different scents. And you can kind of see the like scrub here in the bottom, how like coffee grounds are in there. So that's cool. And this is the scrub of awakening, is normally $12.95. So again, I think the spell box would be a really fun way of getting like smaller sizes, but like a different fragrance every month. This coffee body scrub is a potion waiting to be cast, colored blah blah blah. It says the same thing. And it says this one is from blend of salt from the Dead Sea, raw cane sugar, coconut oil, Himalayan salt, grapeseed oil, rosehip oil, jojoba oil, ground coffee beans, of course, because it's the coffee line, essential oils, Optifin natural, mica, and labradorite crystal. You guys, there's labradorite crystal in this body scrub. That's pretty cool. And it says the weights might vary slightly, but it's a minimum of 6 ounces. Yep, so it's pretty hefty. And then the final item is the soap, and she does all these natural soaps, so you get a smaller one. You should definitely check out the website, because there's definitely some like really cool looking ones, like different lines, but she felt that she should send me the coffee one because I seemed like I needed some, I don't know, more energy or awakening, I guess. So this is what it looks like, which is cool because it looks like a body massager. So I feel like this would be really fun to use, like, you know, just to like scrub your feet or your back or your like thighs or whatever. So this is the coffee one. And it actually, I think it has like a cinnamon stick rolling along on the inside. I don't think she told me it smells really good. It doesn't smell super strong coffee. Hi, Joanne. But it smells good. It almost smells like chocolatey in a weird way. So the soap is $7.95, which is the bar of awakening. Yeah, it would feel like super good, right? So it says, it just says the same thing. I don't think I actually like cut and pasted the actual ingredients of the soap, but so she sent me those 3 products to just give you an idea of like the prices for the different lines. And again, the ones that are in her main product lines are actually based on real spells. So I feel like some of you guys who are into like magical things might be kind of into it. And then the like spell box, if she gets that going eventually, if she winds up having enough time, might be like really fun. And that will be like not necessarily based on spells, but just different like fun recipes that she's trying out, different fragrances. So definitely, like I said, check out her site. I don't think that I actually have a discount code, but let me look and see if I do. But otherwise, you could definitely shoot her a direct message over on Instagram and tell her that she should shirk all of her law school duties and get Spellbox going. I'm kidding. So I don't think I have it. Let me just double check one more document where I might have written down if I have a coupon code for you. I don't think I do, but definitely check it out. And like I said, if you are intrigued by it, let her know that I sent you over there. But I wanted to thank her, and it just seemed more appropriate for me to share these products with you before I get a chance to use them here in this setting, because I mostly do subscription boxes and gift boxes, and this was just some product samples instead. So, but I'm really excited. Like the soap, it just has a very unique like smell to it, and I'm excited to use it. So now I finally can, now that I've shared it with you guys. So we've talked Disney, we did our Spellbound Bath and Body Works talk. We can do, let's do a giveaway now and then towards the end, because if you missed it, if you just got on, I am going to probably stop like right at 6, if not a little bit earlier. Sometimes I feel like our conversation kind of like, you know, like peters out. Oh yes, it's a heart, but it's like an old road map of San Diego. So it's like old freeways and highways and stuff. So it's like a map from I don't know what year, but that's what it is. Because all of the art that you can't actually see, of course, we call that our California wall. So it's all like art and images from California. And then our like master bedroom is actually like it's kind of turned into the Hawaii room, so it's all like Hawaii inspired art. So let's see. We can do I'm going to do my random number picker over here on my computer. But yeah, the reason I have to do a hard stop at 6 is because I still have a bunch of work. So I have been like catching up on editing. I had like 4 editing projects that I was supposed to do last week. I managed to get the 2 really big ones done. I still have 2 where they've been very patient with me, and I still need to get those done. And then of course, I was gone yesterday because, and on part of Sunday because we went up to Disneyland, and it wasn't just like a random Disneyland trip. It was in celebration of my mom's 73rd birthday. Because my mom grew up going to Disneyland. She actually went there in 1955 when she was a very little girl when Disneyland first opened. Not like the day it first opened, but like that year when it first opened. So it means a lot to my family. And my dad and my husband begrudgingly went, and then they always say that they never want to go again. They only go for us, but they have fun too. You have coined that hashtag demanding little nobots. I was like, even today, I was like doing work, and I told my like husband, I was like, you need to go get me fresh flowers because the peonies didn't make it like through the weekend. And I was like, I can't give them like peonies that are like falling to the ground. I have to at least get some hydrangeas. So I mean, I have changed it around. It didn't used to be the anatomical heart. It used to be like the Golden Gate Bridge, because it was one of those like posters that you get at at Alcatraz. This is where we actually got it, but yes. And I have to say that my parents did really, really well. It's kind of funny because we had just gone to Yosemite with my parents. My dad is almost 85. He like turns 85 at the end of this month. And it was amazing. Like, I mean, I know it's kind of a different trip, but like they managed to walk like 10 miles at Disneyland without any any problems. So it's all priorities, right? So, all right, you guys. Anything else we should talk about before we do one of the giveaways? And then we'll like space it out. I'm trying to like get ahead because now, like I said, if you missed it, my husband's mom, my mother-in-law, is coming to visit for the weekend. So I need to make sure that I've got like, you know, enough videos filmed, enough photos taken, and of course all of my editing work done so that I can do that. I'm like, cannot wait until I actually like can get kind of ahead. Like I'm definitely someone who, I'm a procrastinator for sure. But that's awesome. Happy birthday to your mom, Sylvia. I'm definitely a procrastinator, but I really like to not be behind. So I don't mind like working the midnight oil or whatever, or doing an all-nighter to catch up on things, but you know, I can't stand when I like I don't know if any of you guys follow me over on Instagram. I mean, I know some of you do, but like I'm so behind on my photos. But it's kind of like the opposite of what I think Lucia was saying on her community tab, where she's like maybe focusing more on Instagram right now because that's a little bit more lucrative and that's where she has like the majority of her followers. I kind of feel like the opposite. Even though I really love taking product photos and I like doing the layouts and stuff, it's so much more time consuming than the actual videos. And I don't really get paid for, there's some boxes that pay me for my product photography, but for the most part, I still consider YouTube my main platform. So yeah, maybe the coffee will like give me an extra hour of the day so that I can actually catch up on things. But like I keep saying it every time I open a book box, I'm like, I would just love one day where I feel like caught up enough on my regular work and then also YouTube that I could just like read for a day. But then we wound up doing something else, like going on a little mini vacation or having visiting family or doing something. And so those are days off. I just don't have like those like self-care days off where I don't do anything, right? So I still like have that balance, work-life balance. Like just this last weekend of the week on Saturday, I was like, I'm not doing my work that I'm supposed to do. I'm gonna go out with my friends. And I think I posted on Instagram some of the like really gorgeous photos of that new, like very modern like hotel. It was really cool. So those were there was it like looked like a Pinterest, or it looked like a lifestyle like blogger like background, like everywhere you turned. It was like very like geometric and clean and like perfect palettes. And I felt highly underdressed and like I should have like had a photo shoot there, but when it came down to it, I just had a cocktail instead. And I get like, I don't know how like influencers, like real influencers do it where they don't feel self-conscious, because even when I like I definitely see people like, well, not I'm not a procrastinator when it comes to planning travel. I usually over plan, but I'm trying to be a little more spontaneous these days. I know I need a read a book day, but like right now I guess I'm like I just need to catch up on a little bit more stuff. But we do like we still have more stuff coming up. So the mother-in-law is coming to visit, and then I'm so excited, you guys. We're finally going back to Maui, so I'm gonna try to like pre-film for like a week for you. But there may be, of course, a little lapse there. I'll probably like catch up right before we go to Maui, and then like come back and be like, oh my god, we totally I'm not caught up anymore, which is fine. Totally worth it. And then of course there's the July 4th weekend. We're not there for July 4th. And then right after that, my sisters-in-law come and visit. So it's like I don't think I will actually be like caught up for like a good amount of time until like mid-July. So I'm just kind of accepting that. I'm like, it's gonna be a month of like catching up and scrambling and then like falling back and not, but like for good reasons, for family visits and vacation. So but it's like a little bit of a like stressor for me, even though I still don't really stress about YouTube. I just like I would prefer to be ahead of the game. So let's do a giveaway. And like I was saying, because I haven't actually packed up, we didn't meet up in Chili's. We didn't. um and we were actually gonna like meet after I got back from Catalina, but we didn't because it was like crazy and like we didn't know like what to do with the kids and if it would be too crazy. Um, but we will one of these days. I'm probably going back to Catalina for my birthday in August, in all honesty. So Lucia has a second shot of coming to meet me for dinner afterwards on our way back. Or you guys should all just convince Lucia to go to Catalina. How's that? So with these mystery boxes that we're going to do for the giveaway tonight, because I haven't pre-packed them, which I usually do, but again, I'm very behind on everything. Once you win, you can email me or DM me and just give me like a quick list of your like likes and dislikes in terms of like product categories, et cetera, et cetera. In a normal year, so in the past, probably for, I think this 2020 would have been my 9th year of doing it, I think. Like back in, I guess that would make it 2011, 2012. Actually, I think 2013 was what I called my year of travel. And I was like in between relationships, and I had started traveling a little bit. And I just decided I wanted to like, you know, like I wanted to spend one night per month out of San Diego. And that didn't mean that it had to be like a huge international trip. It just had to be like out of town. So it could be like to Palm Desert, like, which is not very far for us. So I did that for a year. And then I just really got the travel bug and like got a lot of like great traveling buddies. And so I did wind up doing that for several years, I think like 8 or 9 years, where I made sure that every single month I was out of town. I spent one night at least somewhere else. Hi, Jesse. So 2020 was like very weird for me because I'm used to being out of town at least one night per month, if not like, you know, some trips are longer than others, right? So that's when I really racked up that country count, obviously. But then also people were just saying like, well, 2020 must have been crazy for you because I think I went out of town like maybe twice the whole time. I actually went on like a cruise like right before, but right before everything shut down. But I just told people like that was kind of my, it sort of solidified my belief in traveling whenever you possibly can, even if it means like making some sacrifices, because you never know when that ability to do that is going to be taken away from you. And the fact that I had been able to travel so much for so many years, even small domestic trips as well as big international trips, like I didn't like, I felt okay in 2020. Like I was actually glad to save a little bit of money, but I was like really happy that I didn't feel like I didn't feel the FOMO that I think a lot of people thought I would, because I was like, I've been so lucky and so blessed in my life to get to travel so much that I'm okay taking a year and a half off. And even now, I don't think we're actually going to probably travel internationally until at least 2022. We'll probably do some more small trips, because then my whole thing is, and I think I said this in one of my Q&A videos, is I don't want to travel to new places because I don't feel like I can experience them fully with the pandemic still going on, because I still have to wear a mask and a lot of things are still closed and not at full capacity. So if I travel to a new country or city, I want to wait. But if it's something that's familiar to me and I know what I'm like, I know how it's different and I know how to like kind of navigate it, like going home to Maui or going to Catalina or going to Palm Desert, like I don't mind going back to like comfortable places that I love visiting with these like adaptations that we've had to make. But like I'm not gonna go, you know, to some foreign country that I've like, it's been on my bucket list for years and years and years when everything's still shut down. So I am still hoping to get to like Egypt, but yeah, I mean, my husband like he started working because he's in healthcare like a few years ago with his company, and now he like more, we were always like pushing it because we did travel so much that he was always like, we had to see like, do you have enough vacation hours? So we had definitely had to plan ahead. But his schedule is like not flexible in terms of, because he's still like kind of lower on the totem pole in terms of like, there's definitely people with way more seniority. So in like, because of school schedules, like it's really hard for us to travel in spring break and summer or holidays because other people get priority. So that's the nice thing, is we're a little bit more flexible with that. But you know, like I can't just like, we are lucky enough to have some flexibility with his job schedule, but like not as much as we could. Like it's not like we can take a month off and go somewhere. So that's down the road one day maybe. So all right, let's do a giveaway. Let's, how many of you are in here right now? um I mean, these days, because so many developers work remotely, like it's kind of the same. You still wind up like with 4 weeks after like your first, I mean, even as a yoga teacher, I would have 4 weeks after I worked full time for 5 years, 3 years, 3 years. So, all right, we are going to do a number between 1 and 100, Price is Right style, where you cannot go over. I am putting it into the random number generator and you can start saying numbers now. And again, these are mystery boxes. It's going to be a medium flat rate box. For my Canadian subscribers, if you win, I can give you like a gift card to maybe All True, or I am still trying to figure out what's going on with Curator for Martha, because I had a bunch of credit and they've just decided to like stop writing back to me, even though I had $475 worth of credit, and they just got rid of their rewards program. So I'm pretty annoyed with them at the moment. So I'm going to have to actually tell Martha that we might have to do one of the other options. But let's see. So mystery box, you can tell me via DMs or via email your likes and dislikes. Like keep it general and pretty, like, you know, maybe 3 dislikes and 3 likes, in terms of categories, colors, scents, that kind of thing, and I'll see what I can do. I think there were like some duplicates. Let me see. I'm still trying to find. That was like a good reminder. I forgot that Curator still hasn't written back to me, which is pretty terrible actually, because I was expecting, they wrote to me, the last time they wrote back to me was like on Friday at like 4 p.m. and they close at 5, which I thought was pretty crappy actually. So I'm gonna have to scroll back and see. So let's see. Yeah, they've like totally gotten rid of their rewards program and they're now saying I don't have any rewards. So that's really crappy. All right, I am clicking the generate button, and then I'm going to go back and see who won, and maybe you guys can. Who is Brit S, and why are you guessing so many numbers? You can only guess one. So, okay, let's go back. So Brit S, your number was 12. I think that was your first one, right? Okay, so we're gonna go with 12 as your number. And I'm gonna scroll back and see who else got the closest without going over. I there's a couple duplicates in there, you guys. I think that the closest, gotta skip all those other ones. Let's see. I think that our closest, the number was 44. There were two 45s. I think Linda might be the closest at 43. Did anybody have 44? I know Brits, you had it on like the 12th try, but I think it's Linda. I think it's Linda. I'm sorry that I'm buffering at a really awkward moment. Hopefully I come back. Let's see. Can you guys still hear me? It's just like frozen on my computer. I guess I have to like refresh my video. Oh, cool. Okay. So glad to hear that. Now I'm like over on like the Beachly something or other. That's odd. Okay. So we did that. Linda, can you DM me or email me? That would be great. So that I can make sure that you're subscribed and all that good stuff, and you can email me or DM me all of your information. Okay, good. Yay! I'm so glad, Linda. So yeah, tell me like, favorite colors, favorite scents, like stuff you definitely don't want, or if you've seen anything. Honestly, you guys, if you've seen anything in a past unboxing, I cannot guarantee it, but if you ask me, like if you've won the giveaway, then and you ask me and you're like, hey, I really loved that hairbrush, or I really thought that soap looked cool, let me know and I can see if I can find it. But a lot of stuff gets like a lot of stuff gets like stuck in there. So I need to write back to Curator again because they have been giving me the runaround. So I had, like I said, I had $475 in credit, and it was possible to purchase like an edit from them or other stuff from their shop. And then all of a sudden they got rid of their rewards program. And then they said, don't worry, you can still use your rewards. You just can't earn anymore. And then that possibility went away as well, but I could still see my rewards. And then they emailed me back and said, oh, well, can you show us a screenshot of your rewards? Which, first of all, I was like, you guys have looked this up on your end before on the back end. And then they got rid of my ability to see my rewards. So that was pretty terrible. Yeah, terrible. But Brianna over at Curator was like really helpful at first. And I feel like she just doesn't know what's going on because she's like, oh, you do this, you go click on this and use rewards. And I'm like, that option, that button isn't there anymore. So I feel bad because that's what Martha selected for her prize for the 3K giveaway. And I just remembered that I need to get in on that. I mean, I like Curator. I always like their edits. I just think it's really crappy that I earned $475 in credit and they're just like pretending that I didn't. So that's kind of lame. So, but yeah, I'm going to have to, as usual, I'm going to have to like, oh, when was that your rewards disappeared? Because like that happened to me once before, and that's when I knew that they could actually look it up on their end, because they did. And that at that time they were like, oh, you have like $200 in rewards, and I was like, great. And then I actually screenshotted to them because when they asked me like, well, can you show us a screenshot of your rewards? And I was like, no, you guys took that tab away. It's not even more. But I did send them a screenshot of that email that said you have $200 in rewards, and then all of the emails for each of the amounts that I earned since then that totals $475. And now it's been like 5 days and they just have not gotten back to me. So They have their chat closed a lot of the time too. So and I actually did write to their chat and they said someone will get back to you right away, and I still haven't heard back from there either. So oh, okay, so I'll just keep doing it, but now they're closed at 5, but I need to put that like front and center on my like agenda. Okay. Let me know, Linda, if you want any of these coffee products from Spellbound, because I'd be happy to share with you. All right, you guys. Anything else you want to talk about before we'll do one more giveaway. So these are medium flat rate boxes. You definitely reminded me that I need to yell at Curateur, and eventually I'm gonna have to like blast them on Instagram, because I feel like that's the only time I actually get like a solution to problems. Like that was what I had to do with Beachly, is like started blasting them in stories and being like, I don't know if like that was a long time ago, probably a year ago, because Beachly's done some weird stuff with their rewards programs too. And I had to like screenshot all of my emails and them changing their mind and saying totally different things. And then like, you know, after weeks of not hearing from them, all of a sudden I heard back from them after I kept like adding them over on Instagram. So I will have to do that. So I'm supposed to be getting my second COVID vaccine tomorrow, so I might be like down for the count for a few days. So that's another reason that I need to get all of my work done tonight. And then also my husband's like car isn't working, so I'm gonna have to like Uber there, and Uber is supposed to like take you for free to get your vaccine, but they don't have my like location listed, so I'm really, really annoyed. So it's been a frustrating day. So you guys are cheering me up a little bit, because for the most part I feel like people are pretty positive. Occasionally I do get those like comments that are like really negative, and like for a while I used to just like leave them because I felt like people could see through that, and then I started to like just decide to, you know, get rid of it. I try to do different ones all the time. I mean, there's some that are like kind of fan favorites here on the channel, so like I'll keep doing it as long as they send it to me, or as long as it gets like good views, then I will probably keep subscribing to it, you know. So yeah, I will be almost immune. I felt bad like going to Disneyland not almost immune, but I was like, well, we're all still wearing masks, so it's fine. So that's like a trade-off. But and then I will technically be fully immune. Ooh, I hope so too, Barbara. So I will be fully, you know, it'll be 2 weeks after, before we go to Maui, like right before, but they're not going to let you use your vaccine card for Hawaii until at least July 4th. So we're missing that. So we still have to get a COVID test 72 hours before we go to Hawaii. And hopefully that goes well. And then Maui is actually doing secondary screening. So if you don't have a hard copy of your vaccination card when you land in Maui, you have to get a second rapid COVID test when you land. So it's actually gotten stricter, which is, I know. So luckily I will then have my, you know, I will be fully vaccinated when we go, so I won't have to get a secondary test, but not everyone in my party will be. So that's kind of a bummer. Well, the first box I did was Curateur, so I guess technically that's the longest one. Hi, Angel. So Lyft, yeah, so I'm probably going to go with Lyft, even though they only do a $15 credit to go to a vaccination site versus a $25 credit, which was on Uber. And I used to always prefer Uber, honestly, but like it's kind of crappy because you could only select from certain locations, and even though they have other locations of my healthcare provider, they didn't have the specific one where I have my appointment. So I'm going to have to go with Lyft, which is fine. I mean, I'm happy to, like, the fact that I can get a free ride there is great, or close to free ride, because it's a little bit further away. So, but it'll be close to a free ride. So bye. Bye, Martha. I gotta remind me to get on that too. Don't be afraid to remind me of things, you guys, because especially when you like DM me, sometimes things get lost in the DMs. They just, I try to like kind of go through all of my emails every day and then go through all of my DMs every day just to kind of stay on top of everything. But every once in a while, just because like the way like DMs get pushed down, if you haven't like been actively talking, I sometimes miss things. So Wait, what's 150? So yeah, this is actually, I realized this is actually my, yeah, because they have all the like weird like employment rules now with Uber, so everything's gonna be more expensive, and also like gas is more expensive and all that stuff. Which I used to like love Uber, but I think I'm just gonna have to like, you know. Oh, my COVID test is covered through my insurance, so that's good. But let's see. What was I gonna say? What was I saying, you guys? Now I have no idea. Remind me what I was saying. I can't like rewind. It's so funny. I can't like rewind and just rewatch it. Um, but we are getting like closer to I am gonna have some like double video days pretty soon. Um, in terms of like just to like kind of get through the all the ones that I have. Hi Rebecca. You are so late. It's okay though, because there's still a giveaway to go. And but then we are going to end like right at 6 because girls got a lot of work to do, editing work, video work. I feel bad because we my parents live like 45 minutes away, and then obviously like Disneyland is like an hour and a half in the opposite direction, and we drove my parents home last night, so we got home really late. So my husband like took a day off because he knew it was going to be a super late night and he was just going to be tired from walking around all over Disneyland, which was awesome. I wish we had gotten to spend more time in Adventures Campus, even though, like, I swear I haven't really seen very many Marvel movies. I've seen, like, Iron Man, although the new Black Widow looks really good. Um, I, so he, like, had the day off, and I pretty much was like, it's a bummer that you have the day off because I cannot hang out with you at all. I have to do all this work all day. But it's kind of good because I think sometimes he just thinks I, like, film YouTube videos all day, and that's all I do. But like I was saying at the very beginning, I feel like Lucia, oh yeah, because you're a huge Harry Potter fan, right, Rebecca? So I feel like Lucia was saying in her community tab that she's gonna maybe focus more on Instagram because that's like where she like actually sees some progress and some like money coming back her way. And like honestly, like I'm still just breaking even, like a little bit above, but I would like to eventually be like breaking even with just my YouTube ad revenue, and then like affiliate like commissions and photo taking. I would like that to be bonus like profit. But um like you guys, every time like I'll do like a filming day, I'll do like a filming day, and like if it's a good day I'll get through like 8 boxes or something, but it will take me like a good 2 days to take all of the product photos for those because you know stuff goes on. I have to like wait for good lighting, I have to like set up and do layouts, and so it's like even though like the picture obviously doesn't take that long, like the setup and the breakdown and everything, it'll take like it's good if I can get through like 6 boxes in a day, and usually I just don't have like I don't have all day to do that. So I think I'm gonna like Black Widow just because I like the cast. I want to like Cruella. I am not an Emma Stone fan. I'm so sorry. I just am not because I feel like she's the same person in every movie. Um, yeah, I see now I feel like because I haven't seen as many Marvel movies, it's like I don't know where to start. Like it's just like there's like 30 movies to see, but she's not quitting. She's just not going to spend as much time on it unless it's a paid video. So, because she like makes more money on her product photography and her like videos over on Instagram because she's got a bajillion followers there. And yes, you have to keep doing the lives, but it totally makes sense. So like that's what I'm thinking too is like, you know, you guys, I get like 20 likes on like Instagram photos that took me like 2 hours to actually do. So I'm probably going to focus more on YouTube. Yes. And then I heard Ant-Man's really good too. So I've watched both Iron Mans and I like them because I love Tony Stark because I love Robert Downey Jr. But you know, you know. I have some like new boxes coming to the channel that are like kind of like weird and quirky. But like they're very like niche. So, but if you can watch them, I would really appreciate it. Thank you. I do like taking I like taking box pictures. Sometimes they're really hard, like if they're all like jars of stuff, they're all like snacks, like those are really hard photo shoots to do. But most of the time I really like it, sort of like kind of trying to go with the vibe of everything. But like I said, it takes a long time and it's, until I can like get swipe up capabilities, like, and I'm so far off from that. I don't even have 1,500 followers, I don't think, on Instagram, and you need like 10,000 for like you to actually start making money there. It's not that I'm not trying to like make this my job and like make a ton of money, but like just like in terms of like figuring out how much time I spend on certain things. Like right now my like, what I spend on YouTube and what I like make on YouTube in terms of breaking even is definitely like, yeah, so see, Lucia and I, we're like the opposite, right? I get like 20 likes on my, you know, on my Instagram photos, but like I do fairly well for my channel size on YouTube, and it's like vice versa. Like she's getting like 500 likes on her Instagram stuff or more, like thousands. Um, and then she doesn't feel like she's getting as many views. And I think some of that is just like saturation because we do post so much. Like even though we're like smaller YouTube unboxing channels, like we both post like a lot. So um but I mean, some boxes appreciate my photos, which I appreciate, and some of them will actually purchase the photos to use without credit because I always let boxes, at the moment, I always let boxes use my photos with credit. And then some of them I always have to like freaking chase down because they don't think they need to credit me, which is really, really annoying. But my like prices, I think personally on my photos, like since I create them basically whether or not they're going to be purchased, like I think are really reasonable. So it is a little bit frustrating to me when boxes like think what I'm charging is too expensive or are like really lazy about crediting me. And some boxes I feel like it's just like an oversight, and some of them I think they're just taking advantage, which is, it's just like that's a whole nother job to have to like sort of monitor all of those relationships. Like I definitely like try to nurture all of those relationships with all the different boxes, and it's like Lucia can tell you too. It's like, we probably talk to like over 100 boxes. Like we don't bring them all to the channel every single month because some of them are quarterly or some of them we don't do all the time, but like it's insane. But see, I don't want to have copyright watermarks on all of my photos um, on Instagram. My use them without tagging me, or like they're using them on their websites without asking me. It's super duper annoying. Thank you, Lucia. So yes. So that's, I've said it before, but if you do ever see like my photos, because usually like, if they're reposting without credits because they like just screenshotted the photos, and part of the reason is like I'd rather send them the photos so it's not like a bad screenshotted version of it. So if you ever see my photos posted without credit, feel free to shoot me a DM, and then sometimes I'll be like, yeah, they actually purchased that photo or that set of photos, so it's fine. And then sometimes, it's like I just need to like remind them. But there's definitely boxes where I have reached out and been like, hey, can you please credit my photo? And they just never written back to me again or ever sent me the box again. So the quirky boxes, they're not like quirky. It's not like quirky crate. It's just, I think it was more accurate when I said they're very niche. Like, so I don't know that I'll bring them very often to the channel, but I'm happy when like a box reaches out and says, hey, can you like show my box? Like I don't mind showing it like once, even though it's not going to get me like great views because it's so niche, but I appreciate when you guys like give it a view and a thumbs up for sure. See, I agree, but maybe I need to get like the no bots on it and have people like commenting on their photos and telling them not to steal. We won't do that yet, but we might eventually. Right now, I'm like wanting everybody to gang up on Curatura because they've been such jerks. Yes. And I feel like it's good to have two platforms at least. Like it was like, be on TikTok. I'm like, TikTok is way too much work and I'm way too old. But like, I feel like, Instagram is supposed to support my YouTube. And I feel like with Lucia is probably like the opposite, right? Like YouTube supports her Instagram. But like when one is taking off or one is like taking way too much time for the payoff, like you gotta like prioritized. Oh, I love it. So if I don't hear back from Curateur, for example, like this week and like very soon, I will probably be posting a story like asking for some help. Reels. You know what? Like I think reels are cool, but now I feel like so many of them look the same and I like used to like watch them because it was like the, super close up and then here's each product like one at a time and like now I'm just like they all look the same. So and I personally don't like it. I like hearing a little bit more about the products and stuff, so it's not my thing and it just takes a really long time. I am too old. Yeah, I mean, I always thought I could if I did a watermark, I would do like a little symbol, like the capital letter L with a like cross out, like no L, get it? Haha. But yeah, reels are kind of silly. But all right, you guys, it is 5:59, so we're gonna do one more giveaway for another medium flat rate box sent to my US addresses. Um, I love that I have a little army of pineapple bots. I'm so excited. You guys are awesome. Um, but yeah, like, and then sometimes I'll like make up with a box. Like for a while, like, Beachly was giving me a hard time, and then we kind of like made up, and then now they're being shady again. So we're just gonna have to see how it goes. All right, let's do another. How many of you are in here now? There's still no pineapple left behind. You guys, when we do merch one day, you're just all gonna have to like make your own because you guys are coming up with some good stuff. So random number picker. I think there's enough of you to do another random number from 1 to 100. So, oh yeah, and next month, you guys, because I skip 2 months of lives. Sorry, there was stuff going on. But next month, I won't be doing it either because I usually do it on the 8th. But my sisters-in-law, yes, my sisters-in-law will all be visiting. So Lucia's still going to go live. She asked ahead of time if I was going live on July 8th. I will probably not be there for most of that, but I will not be going live here on this channel on July 8th. I will come back. I probably won't come back on August 8th either because that's my birthday and I'm probably going to be in Catalina. So I probably won't have a live again until September 8th, you guys, but I will definitely still have lots of giveaways. Okay. Don't worry. Who knows when Journey Box is coming? They're the worst. Hey, Sue. So I'm generating the number and then you guys are going to have to help me figure it out because I haven't been paying attention. Whoa, you guys started way back there. So far, did everybody guess? You can keep guessing because I haven't like said the number. I did pick the number. Wouldn't it be funny if Linda won again? I think then we would have to have Linda choose another winner, but I'm just double checking. Hopefully you've all picked. I'm gonna scan back one more time. Okay. I think, oh, late entry. So close. Okay, are you all done guessing? Hopefully you're all done guessing. I think that our highest number without going over, the number was 92. I saw some 94s. I think 89 was the closest without going over. Guys, let me know. Was 89 the closest without going over? Let's see. And that was WO. Who's WO? WO? What? Who are you, WO? Whoa. But whoa, who are you? So Wanda. Hey, Wanda. I'm like, I don't know who this is. Like some of the screen handles I recognize and some that I don't. So Peace, Lucia. So, Wanda, send me an email or a DM over on Instagram. You guys can email me at noelnorcross@gmail, or you can, it's probably easier to email me or DM me over on Instagram at Maui_Noel. Tell me your likes and your dislikes, and of course, your address. Screenshot the fact that you are subscribed to my channel, and then I will get a box out to you probably by the end of the week. Depends on when you get back to me with your likes and dislikes, and then also depends on if I actually catch up on my work. But I'm probably gonna, if for some reason I don't get it done by the end of the week when my mother-in-law comes, it will have to be the beginning of next week, but I will get it out to you in a week or so. So, Wanda, if you're not on Insta, you can email me. I'll probably be doing, since I just realized, you guys, that I'm not going to be doing lives for the next 2 months, probably until September. Definitely just like look on the community tab. Make sure that you are subscribed on the community tab, because I'll probably do some giveaways just like over there instead with the usual Google form instead of doing it here. Noel Norcross at Hotmail. I actually have my email in the info section on my YouTube channel, so you can use that email. Good night, everybody. Thanks for coming. Any last words from anyone? This always goes by so fast. Well, we have Lucia's lives pretty much every Thursday, but probably no lives until September. Good night, you guys. There'll still be free stuff. It's going to be on the community tab instead of lives. It'll be so sad because like summer will be over and it like won't be daylight anymore, and it'll be so weird. Good night, Jesse. You guys are so awesome for always coming. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate all your views and your likes. Hi, Joanne. Bye, Joanne. Bye, Leah. Bye, Rebecca. So nice to see all of you guys. Thank you, Sue. And you guys can always like message me over on the Insta also. Thanks, Angel. Oh yeah, I can talk Disney all the time, especially now that I've gone again. It's like you'd think that I would be like subscribing to more Disney boxes again, but in fact, I'm like, no, I don't need Disney boxes anymore. I'm just going to keep going to Disneyland. Even with masks, it really wasn't that bad, but like I said, it was because it was cold. Night, you guys. I'll wait for a couple more of you to leave. Any like words of wisdom? Well, it was right in the beginning, Angel. So if you like watch the replay, you'll catch all the Disney stuff because I like went off about it for like 10 minutes in the beginning. So give me some likes on this video. If you didn't watch the little short craft and tea box, the new box from Canada, please do. I can't see Heather. What are you talking about? Thank you. I mean, hopefully I don't have to like, hopefully I don't have to update everybody on the community tab about my second vaccine shot, but hopefully everything goes fine. I will. No worries, Angie. Next time won't be until September, probably, you guys, but I will definitely be popping into Lucia's lives as much as possible. I missed the last one because I was like drowning in work. I feel so bad. Oh, she's not showing up on my chat. I have no idea why. I'll have to like look and see if like, so every once in a while, like accounts get flagged, like on mine, like if they get like flagged, it's like junk, like comments, and I have to like go and take people back out of the flagged accounts. Yes, it should show up to watch at a later time. So Heather, if you're watching still, I will look and see if for some reason your like account got flagged, because it could have, because I've definitely had that happen before, where like one comment, if it had like a, I don't know what causes it, but every once in a while I'll have like comments flagged, and then like your account is like hidden from like on my end. Okay, you guys, It's been great chatting with you. Thank you so much. If you have any more questions, you can leave comments on this video and it reposts. And other than that, I will see you in the community tab over on Instagram and in all of my unboxing videos. Lots of love. Bye.